Hi everyone, Daniela Birch here, and I wanted to talk about a chapter in the second book that I am currently writing because it feels really important as we are going through these new timelines and what happens when we are shedding the old. We start to come up with these parts of us that are holding on for dear life to stories or soul memories of people that we potentially haven't fully let go of. Now, this may be just a relationship, let's just say in the last 6 months, or it could be from 10 years ago or more. I see that a lot with my clients actually, that they're still carrying a promise or a vow that was said back in that timeline when you were in love, when you were both on the same page. And sometimes those memories keep you stuck. They keep you in a place of resisting change, of allowing a even higher vibrational love to come into your life. That's because you're holding on to a deep, profound emotion, okay? So whether you met a twin flame vibration or just a soulmate that you haven't been able to fully let go of because of that emotion that they invoked within you at that time. And so what usually happens as a human being is if we're not present in our reality and we aren't happy with our current circumstances, and that could be in our current relationship, it could just be you're going through a phase where you're not seeing anyone, and you tend to reflect back in time. The ego especially loves to do that. It loves to take you back to a time when you were, in your heart, and the heart just had this really high vibration of love, and you felt the embodiment of that love within you, and you may not have found it since. But today's message, as we're transcending this past self, is to just remind you that you're not the same person now, and I'm sure they aren't either. All right, and sometimes the ego, or I should say the higher self especially, sets this up for you so you can meet that person in today's timeline just to see where they're at, or just to help you really understand that what was back then is not necessarily going to be the same soul frequency, that same love and devotion and acceptance of self, because you're not the same person, okay? Like your higher self wants you to have that highest source of love. But there's no point going back to an event or a person that may have given that to you, even in a short amount of time, because that potentially was the 3D self. That was where you were both at to shift something and heal deep trauma, or just to show you that love actually does exist. But we're now sitting in higher frequencies, 4D, 5D frequencies, and it's important that you don't get caught up in what you had, but to start focusing on, well, what else is truly available? Like what twin flame frequency can come through the highest source of love for me, so then I can really experience it on every cell of my being. I hope this helps just one of you today. And I say this with so much love because there's been so many clients come to me recently who have been holding on for dear life with something that they experienced in the past. They haven't been able to move forward. And, myself to a certain degree has honored that there's parts of me that have still been holding onto something that no longer exists, especially in this timeline. It doesn't exist, okay? If it was meant to exist, it would be here now, okay? And that's what I really want to say to people. Like, if what you experienced back then isn't in your reality, then your higher self may want something different for you. I love you. Have a nice day.